Yes, welcome back to Golf Club Wasteland. Let's continue. As we start this level, there's something weird and creepy in the
Thank you,
foreground.
Yamil. What a wonderful story.
Doesn't
It
look
reminds us
right.
that life is about so much more than just base survival. Well, living in space has always been challenging, and here's a song that pokes a little fun at living in cramped quarters. Needs no introduction. Argue all you want. It's a classic.
Take a moment, relax, and remember with Radio Nostalgia from Mars.
Russian and an American.
I'm not sure what happened to the ball there.
A very different sight.
Oops, the pubes. Oh, shoot. Let's try this again. I didn't see it. Maybe the cow ate it. So we got little kids running around, we got cows and glowing eyes.
Америка убила иракцев, убила чеченцев и ламунду. Она убила корейцев и вьетнамцев, распространяя демократию. Don't get me started on Stalin and your talent to suffer under SARS. My friend, your history is long. You also inflicted scars. Two astronauts argued about art. That is an international relations. Two astronauts.
Ishmael. Moby Dick.
They speak in two tongues.
Also, I hope the audio levels are okay. I had the game too quiet. Hopefully it's not too loud now. Anyway, you probably rather listen to the game than me.
Same thrill on their spacewalk. Я скучаю по утреннему кофе в Москве. Сказал российский космонавт. Makes my dog like in the summer. Said the American astronaut. Я скучаю по жене. Сказал российский космонавт. Also miss my wife and
Very weird looking giraffe. Usually albino.
argue about art. That is an international relations. Two astronauts. Как светит солнце,
I guess I
свет
better read the diary at some point.
как прекрасна голубая земля. Говорится, гений из Роскосмоса в Индии.
Albino baby. I don't know if that's...
On a night, on a mission for mankind.
Okay. Let's check out the diary. Hey, Moby Dick.
Two astronauts argued about art. That is an international relation. Two astronauts argued. Two astronauts argued about art. That is an
Anyway, I'm reading the wrong way, and I'll come back to that. I just curse at it. I assume we have to go down. There's an elevator there, I think. Although I don't see how it works. Perhaps I wasn't supposed to come down here. Excuse me. There's a pipe there. Shoot. Oops.
Музыка Muzika iz starih dobrih dana. Radio nostalgija sa Marsa.
Anna Churchinder, and arguably the first interplanetary hit, Two Astronauts, an anthem to the Great Evacuation, and certainly one of our most popular requests. Speaking of requests, please follow Habitat protocols for
Come on,
sanitation.
Moody, you can do better
No
than that.
liquids other than bodily in the main bin, including pee. Some of you don't like it, but all water is recycled, so pee into the funnel installed next to your toilet, please. Speaking of pee and poop, we recently welcomed our first official little Martian to the colony, and our next caller, Sophia, tells us what it's like to be a new mother on Mars.
I'm so happy we moved to Mars. It was a project I funded from the very beginning.
Stop.
I
Some
knew it
condos
had
over here.
potential and I trusted the amazing team working
done.
on it. As angel investors, my husband and I got early placements in the Ark ship. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to further human survival in our solar system. Speaking of the human project, I have some exciting news. Just a week ago, we welcomed our baby boy into the world. Words cannot express how overjoyed we are at welcoming little Maxim. Putting him to bed reminds me of my parents. From our window here in Tesla City, we can see the Earth, tiny enough to fit in Maxim's hand. It pains me that my child might never experience the beauty of my home in the Hamptons. The nature, coastline, the old lighthouse, and the food, the houses of our friends, our evening parties, full of life compared to this barren, rugged terrain. I send my little Martian to sleep with a lullaby my mother sang for me. Thanks to these songs, I'm able to retain, at least on a rudimentary level, my mother tongue. She sang like this. Shushti, shushti, bamboo solis, pored moka prozora, noce tiho spušta na grad, sa nebeski svodova. Noce tiho spušta na
Can't be a
grad,
coincidence that they talk about toiletry activities in a map where you head the ball into the toilet.
Thank you, Sophia, for that uplifting news and beautiful song. Life always finds a way. Just as precious as a new life is the water that sustains it. You may have noticed that it doesn't rain here on Mars, so another friendly reminder that showers are strictly limited to 30 seconds each, with no exceptions. Corporate is looking into extending this time frame, but is meeting resistance from Section BC, who want lab rat urine to be excluded from the water recycling program, which would actually reduce allocated shower times to 27 seconds. Want a say in this? Join our sectional weekly meetings and vote while sipping on a relaxing tube of OMAS. Feels good, as it should.
Radio nostalgia
I
from
must say
Mars.
the background story is very well done. You know, I'm sorry I didn't say much, but there's a lot of dialogue, so no, my commentary's not been too good. Anyway, I'll continue on next time.